All right, guys, welcome back to the H.I.T channel. We're back with a bang. TaylorMade P790s. The irons, to some degree, that revolutionised the iron industry. Kind of this hollow head filled with foam, speed foam in TaylorMade's instant. Kind of this iron that really had an unbelievable crossover from high handicappers to somewhat professional golfers using these irons. And each and every year or 2 years cycle, they bring out a brand new version. These are the best yet. Looks wise, these are the best yet. Just gorgeous. Now, I've really been a big fan of TaylorMade over the last probably 3 or 4 years in their P lineup of irons. Like, I just think they're really sleek, very timeless. And even this new set of P790s, it's just a facelift, but one that just works. They've got this new kind of ridge in here at the back, and it's almost been, it's almost like this milling effect along the back. Only subtle in this almost little window. And everything else apart from that is kind of this brushed chrome, very sleek. You've just got the TaylorMade logo, P790 across that back kind of ridge, that muscle back area, forged on the hosel. You've got the speed pocket along there on the bottom, but it's sleek. It's done in a very stylish way. As we start hitting them, we'll dive into what's different and what's new. But even looking down, that is a gorgeous looking iron. It really is. It actually looks a tiny bit slimmer than previous years. Doesn't look quite as chunky. I don't know if they've just shaved off a little bit of the edge there on the top line. Gorgeous. Really, really nice. Price-wise, for a set 4 to pitch and wedge, £1,200. So kind of, it's not like it's shot up, it's hardly changed, to be honest with you. That's about the same price as the previous models. All right, 30 degrees of loft in the 7-iron. Let's see how it feels, let's see how it flies. Tiny bit pushy, but what a contact. Hopefully the sound came through the video there because it sounded struck. Really well hit. Just pushed it a touch, 179 yards carry, pretty solid for a 30 degree lofted 7-iron. Obviously just didn't quite get the direction, but flew really nicely. Oh, that's really solid. That is really well hit. Flew the back of the green. It kind of brings me quite nicely on to what's different and what's changed with these irons. So first off, there's a new face material, which is generating more speed. I mean, that was a pretty good example of that. More consistently. So it's generating more speed more consistently. My biggest criticism, let's say, over a P790, sometimes you'd hit a shot and it come out a bit too hot. And I'd be like, oh, I don't want that all the time. If it was consistently that hot, that's a really solid point. Also, the face is ultra high strength, helping with ultra high speed, and it's a forged face that's 20% stronger. Now, it's quite easy to stamp forged on an iron and it not feel as good. This feels fantastic. This feels like a really well forged iron. So nice, really nice. And also what's interesting, apparently, even though it's got all that new face which is generating speed and it's stronger, it's also thinner. So the sweet spot is now 24% bigger. That's what TaylorMade are claiming, and 24% is a big jump, a really big jump. I always felt like the P790s were very, very forgiving anyway. So to make that sweet spot that much bigger, I don't know how it's even possible. Maybe it's not. Maybe that's a little bit of an exaggerated number, because I mean, that almost feels like you could hit it anywhere and you'd find the sweet spot, which surely can't be the case. Really nice. My fear is these are flying a bit too far. Yeah, it's not bad. 180s, solid, came down soft. Spin rates a little bit on the lower side at just over 5,000 for that particular shot. And truth be told, I actually caught that a little bit from the toe. That wasn't struck as cleanly from the middle. That's it, a bunch more. Yeah, they're all going a very long way. I've just actually moved the flag 10 yards further back. I thought 180 was going to be the right number, but these are definitely carrying closer to 190. That's the best shot I've hit all day. Look at that. Wow. Very, 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 very nice. Right, let's move into the wedge next. Okay, pitching wedge next. I really like the shape. It's very clean. Loses the speed slot. That gets lost from, well, the 8-iron, 9-iron and pitching wedge don't have it. So 4 to 7-iron has that kind of speed pocket, that speed slot. 44 degrees of loft on the pitching wedge. So I've put the flag at 150, which I think is going to marry up about right. I reckon this is going to carry about 145. Gorgeous look for a pitching wedge behind the ball. I really like that a lot. A little bit skinny, a little bit thin. I mean, it's clambered onto the green, but that was a bottom groove strike. But it's done nicely, like we'd live with that. That was nice. Love the flight on it, really high. They feel so good. Yeah, that's about the number I'm expecting this to carry, about that kind of 140 145 carry distance. That's the best strike. Oh, I've just slightly pulled it. Good. Feels so nice. Very, very good. Okay, last but not least, the 4-iron. Just such a nice shape. They've done such a great job. Clean, classic, different enough from the last P790s, but not like revolutionary different, just a subtle facelift. Yeah, just very nice. Right, 20 degrees of loft with the 4, so I've pulled the flag out to 230 yards. Recently I've had a pretty good history of absolutely rifling the first 4-iron shot I hit. Let's see if that continues. Oh, bigged myself up too much, Rick. Why do you put pressure on yourself like that? We put in. We put in. That was a terrible strike. I mean, it shows a bit of forgiveness, I suppose. That's really heely. Like right down in the low heel. I'm not even sure if I might have caught a bit of hosel in there as well. Actually hurt my hands. Yeah, we can do better than that. But it clambered onto the green. 205 yards carry distance. Clambered onto the green at 230. Can't complain. Oh, that one was rubbish as well. I have set myself up for a massive failure here. This is normally my favourite club to hit, the 4-iron. And I mean, that again, let's bad shots happen. Considering it was so badly hit, that time more from the toe, still carried 204 yards, still managed to clamber to 225 yards total distance. You know, it's not perfect, but it's down there. Right, this one, however, is going to be perfect. Boom. There she is. And you know what? The first one I hit from the heel, the second, we saw the result. The second one I hit from the toe, we saw the result. That one I hit from the middle, we see the result. All different shots here on the channel. They're not always perfect, that's for sure. That felt great though. That was right up there. 226 yards carry distance, 26 yards from the pin. Actual total distance, 238 yards. Oh, baby. Oh, hit the flag. Yeah, love that. After the first 2 rogue ones that we hit, those last 3 were top tier golf shots with the 4-iron. Okay, let's dive into some numbers. Summary wise, love them. Look fantastic, feel brilliant. I've been a big fan of the P790 since they've ever come out, and they fit in line. Are they that much better? I don't think performance-wise they are. I think looks-wise they are. I think this is the cleanest looking P790 set. But if you've got, let's be honest, if you've got any of the previous P790s, I wouldn't change them to these. I just don't think they're going to be much of a difference, really. Let's dive through the numbers anyway. 7 iron was carrying 185 yards long. Spin rate's a little bit low, but it doesn't concern me because the launch and the peak height was really high. That ball's still going to stop pretty quickly. Pitching wedge, carrying 143 yards, really solid. Spin rate, again, a little bit low, but the peak height was so high that it's going to stop it on a sixpence anyway. Now the 4 iron's really interesting. These are all the shots that I hit. You saw the first 2 where I only carried, I struck them so badly, and they carried at like 205, 204 yards. Considering those shots have been left in, the average carry distance is 216 yards. The really flushed ones were carrying nearer to 230. So really good. Ball speed is excellent. Spin rate is actually pretty good for a 4 iron. Didn't see much of a drop off there. Launch angle's really solid. Really like the feel, really like the flight. And let's be honest, that horrible Healy one that I hit and the toey one still did okay. Like, they weren't disastrously horrendous considering how badly they were hit. So, you know, I do think they are a forgiving set of irons. Solid, that's all I can say. Really solid set, highly recommend. But if you've got the previous models, don't bother. If you're looking for a game improvement iron that is going to last a long time, like if your game is trending in the correct direction, you're getting better, these irons will grow with you. Guys, thanks for watching. Stay tuned. Make sure you subscribe to H.I.T. We shall see you next time.